Hey guys, and welcome back to this Swansea City FIFA 17 career mode, and welcome to Season 3. In the last video I put a straw poll underneath and said, what do you want to happen to career mode content on this channel? Do you want to do a Season 3 here with Swansea, or do you want to start a new series? And the majority of you voted to stay here and do a third season at Swansea. But it's also very clear, based on what happened last season and a lot of the comments that you guys have made, that we need to make it a bit more difficult for ourselves, because obviously we won the Champions League, won the Premier League, and that's not something realistically that you should be doing with Swansea after 2 seasons. So this year we're going to put some sliders on, make it a lot more difficult and hopefully realistic for ourselves. I'm going to start by taking a look at the board expectations. Youth development: sign at least 2 players younger than 20, potential greater than the average overall rating of the players currently in the same position, right? Grow 2 academy players by at least 10 overall points, play them in 10 matches. Doable, I guess, bit difficult, but brand exposure this time is a short-term one to sell out 90% attendance. That kind of happens anyway, and we don't really influence that much, I don't think. And within 3 seasons, increase the season ticket holders by at least 10%. I guess that's just going to depend on how well we play. Reach the semi-final of the Champions League. So this is our downfall, really, of last season's success, of winning the competition. They now want us to reach the semi-final, which is fair enough, I guess, and to qualify for the Euro League. Okay. Domestic success: finish in a Champions League place, that's fine, and reach the semi-final of the FA Cup. Going to be quite tricky, particularly I think with the difficulty increasing. And then a long-term financial goal is to increase the club's worth by 15%. Best way to do that is, of course, prize money. Do you know the drill? Pre-season tournament. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to watch the friendlies and want me to sim them. I'm not going to sim them, but what I will do is just show you the goals from that game. I think it's important to play them, particularly this year, as we're going to be increasing the difficulty. I need to kind of get used to that before we jump into some competitive games. 10.2 million, Asian Elite Cup, one with the most prize money, is the one we're going to go for. So confirmation that Fernando Llorente has left the club. He agreed to join Southampton, and Kyle Norton, a player that we've been trying to sell for this entire series, has now completed his switch to Aston Villa. So just then, in terms of budget for this year, we've been given a transfer budget of 45 million, which is not massive when you compare it to the amount of prize money we got last year. Wage budget of 124k. I'm pretty happy with the quality and size of the squad now. A lot of players have moved on after their contract expired, so we've got good quality all around the squad. I do feel like we need to make a few additions though, so as always, let me know down below your comments. Now, this is not something I've ever seen before. I've just gone to play the first pre-season game on the 4th of July, and it says you do not have enough match fit players to play your next game. This means the match is going to be forfeited 3-0. I just went to the squad to see why. Everybody is away on international duty. We've got a few players that haven't gone away with their respective countries, but across the squad, nobody's returned yet. How is that fair? This might be something that happens all the time, but like I said, I've never seen it before, and obviously we've lost that first game 3-0, which is horrendous. Got the same issue. Same issue for the Sevilla game, which basically means we're out, by the way. It means we can't win this tournament. This is a disaster. Why does this happen? Is it something I've done? Because I've never seen it. I've honestly never seen it. Is it because I selected the Asian Elite Cup? Does it start sooner than all the others? I don't even know. Oh, same with the last game. Quality, another 3-0 defeat. Excellent, brilliant. So we've got 2.5 million for our participation in the tournament. Too bad you didn't make it. Oh, whatever, mate. I just can't believe that. In the meantime, we've received our first transfer offer. I'm actually not that bothered about the friendly competition. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. I know a lot of you wanted me to sim them anyway, so we've effectively done that without simming any games. But Lemos, wanted man. Crystal Palace want him. He's not going anywhere. He's quality. We know that. I've got to expand the squad, clearly. Tom Carroll, also a wanted man. Espanyol coming in for him. Not selling anybody yet. No way. Benfica going after Sergi Roberto. A lot of clubs putting in bids for our players. Not happening, especially not with our best ones this year. Big year for us, I reckon. Norwich want Alexander Isak on loan. That's not happening. That is not happening either. I want to keep him in and around the squad. The 18-year-old showed a lot of promise, but Nottingham Forest want youngster Matthew Grimes, who hasn't played any games for us yet. He's been sent out on loan, I think, at Leeds and somewhere else, but he's going to leave. £1.2 million. Sampdoria coming in for a bid for Michael Keane. I've already said that, you know, I'm very much a fan of Michael Keane. He's not going anywhere. 9.5 mil. Offer now for Gylfi. So many clubs making offers for our players. We haven't even looked at who we want to bring in yet. We're rejecting that straight away. So another bid for Tom Carroll, this time from Newcastle. That is also being rejected. And I think someone else has made another offer for Gylfi, have they? Or is that just the old email? That's the old email. But Matthew Grimes has completed his switch to Nottingham Forest. Okay, I've just checked, and my players have only just returned from international duty. It's now the 25th of July. So when were they expecting me to participate in a pre-season tournament? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't think I've ever done a third season on a career mode, so that might just be what happens, because I think this is the year of major tournaments, so it might just be me being stupid. But now everybody's back, I can relax, and we can look at some transfer targets. So I did a squad report last time out, so I don't need to go through all the players that we've got. We know that. I'm just identifying the areas that we need to improve. 2 decent goalkeepers, an abundance of right backs, good centre backs, 4 good options there, 2 left backs. We've got Pulisic, who's a natural right-sided midfielder. We've got a lot of central midfielders, but I feel as though we could do with one more, like, top level or real promising young midfielder, just to boost that squad a little bit more. We've got Iñaki Williams, who can also play wide on the right, like Pulisic. We've got Dembele, Dolberg, and Isak. They're the only strikers at the club now, so I would like to bring in a 4th. I do think you need 4, because Isak's a youngster, really. We need someone other than Dolberg and Dembele that can really come in and grab goals from the off. Ben Woodburn's on loan, and Lozano, obviously, is the main man. He plays wide on the left. We've still got Daniel James, but I'm looking to move him on. So, possibly just a striker and a central midfielder. Just gone to look back on the shortlist that we ended Season 2 with. These are the players that were previously suggested. I'm not going to go back in for the Ox now, because we don't need him. But Leon Goretzka and Josh Kimmich would be fantastic options in midfield. Viktor Kovalenko plays in that cam role. He would still be a decent option. He's only 22. In terms of strikers, Nano from Ibar was suggested down in the comments. Really, really quick, as you can see. I'd like to bring him in because he's 77 rated, still young and not overly expensive. So that would mean we could potentially get a real decent centre mid. Someone like Leon Goretzka, who completely tore us apart when we played Schalke in the last pre-season tournament. Or Milik from Napoli. Yeah, I'll put some offers in. 32.5 for Goretzka. I think Schalke will demand more than that, but that's what I'm going to offer straight away. Kimmich, who is absolutely awesome. He's already valued at 38.5 million, which makes me think I'm going to need to offer 40, so I will. See what happens. I'm going to put in a bid for Nano at the moment. I like players like this because I haven't seen him signed in any other career mode. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I like to buy players that no one else has bought. I know we've got a lot of common people in the squad, so he would be a bit of a different choice. Just thinking about this guy as well, Tom Davies. He's really shone for Everton when he's got some game times in real life, and he's loan listed, which means we wouldn't obviously have to pay anything other than his wages. So I'm going to put him on the short list. Let me know what you think. I would love to get this guy in, Dele Alli. He scored another banger earlier today when Tottenham played Watford. He's English as well, which I like. 34 million is his valuation. I'm going to offer 40. Now, Spurs are obviously doing decent in this career mode. They won the league the year before we did. Would he be tempted to move to Swansea? I'm not so sure, but we'll see if we can grab him. Grab him. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, another promising youngster at another Premier League club, also loan listed. Let me know your thoughts on Ruben and Tom Davies as well. We might, you know, just get one of them in just to boost the squad. Again, we wouldn't have to pay anything, would we? So more transfer offers coming in. Wolfsburg want Dolberg. I think they've made an offer for him before, but he's going nowhere. Leipzig coming in for Sergio Roberto, also going nowhere. I should reject all offers, really, save a bit of time, but I do like seeing which offers are coming in. Now, Ibar have rejected our bid for Nano. They're saying they want 14 million, so I'm going to up it to 12, and that'll be the maybe the most that we pay for him. Maybe. We've had some other emails there as well. Bayern have accepted our £40 million bid for Josh Kimmich. Now, it's a big offer, but he is a big player. He wants 110 grand a week. Happy to give him that over 4 years, and he would be an important first-team player for us. So let's offer it, see what he says. Schalke want 58.5 million for Goretzka. Not a chance. Not a chance. And Spurs want 57.5 for Dele Alli. Again, that's just too much for me. So there we go, Nano. The bid for him has been accepted. He only wants 25 grand a week. Quite excited to see what he can bring to the table, actually. 4-year contract. Not going to give him a squad role status at the moment, now. I just want to see if he really is committed to the move. Because Kimmich is not. He wants to have a bigger role in our team. I think he would be a crucial first-team player status if we're being honest. Our midfield is fantastic as it is. So we've got Sanchez, we've got Roberto, we've got Sigurdsson, we'd have Kimmich and Kessie. Obviously, at some point, we're going to have to rotate those guys. Can't play them all together unless we change a formation. But I would like Kimmich to be part of the squad. He, for me, is more of a right-back than Sergio Roberto. I'd rather move Roberto in midfield and play Kimmich at right back because I know he can play there. And speaking of right backs, Sam Barham, who's been out for a hell of a long time, is now fit and back in training. Oh, go away. They want all of our players. Reject offer. I will do reject all offers for Gylfi because, yeah, he's just the heart and soul of this team. Well, hey, let's bring him in. 12 million. Nano is going to be the first player to join the squad. That does mean, though, we wouldn't have enough money for Kimmich, although we could do a little budget adjustment. Don't think it would be enough. But I do want a striker. I think we need a striker, a third striker, more than we need a central midfielder. So, welcome to the club, my friend. So, Kimmich has now agreed to join. Let's see if it will let me. No, it won't. I'm going to have to stall it. But, like I said, we needed a striker more. We're not far away. We're just a little bit short of completing this deal. Let's see what we can do. So, yeah, £3.5 million short is where we're at. Could I sell someone? I don't really want to do that. I don't have to. But if we got rid of maybe... that sounds awful. Someone like Leroy Fair... or someone that's just not going to be, and that was me changing it, by the way, someone that's just not going to be a first team regular and probably would get less minutes than Kimmich. Let's just have a look. So we could, Tom Carroll, I don't want to because he's, no, I don't want to get rid of Tom Carroll. Let's just sort by position here. Leroy Fair, I think, is probably the man. His contract's expiring anyway, so I'm going to transfer list him. Even though he's quality, I just think Kimmich is a better option. So bids have come in. First of all, for Alexander Isak, he's loan listed based on his request last year. I need to take him off it because we're not loaning him out. Sorry, Sheffield United. And another bid for Sergio Roberto, this time from Porto. Again, rejected. No questions asked. So just looking at the calendar, I mean, even though we got to play no pre-season games, I said before we launched into Premier League action that I wanted to get a feel for how the game was going to be with the new slider setup, which I haven't done yet, but I will show you guys. We are going to get to play 2 games because we've got the Charity Shield, the Community Shield, obviously, against Liverpool. And then we've got the Copa America, which is basically the UEFA Super Cup, where the winner of the Europa League plays the winner of the Champions League for this trophy. We're going to be taken on by a Leverkusen. That is a trophy that I really want to win because if you think about it, it is one of the most difficult club trophies to win in the world because you've got to win another European competition in order to get to the final. So I'll probably put a weaker team out against Liverpool and put a decent team out against Leverkusen. Then we've only got 4 days until we jump into the first Premier League game against Leicester. But what I'll do, I'll play the Liverpool game today, and then in the next episode, we'll play Leverkusen and then the season opener against Leicester. Okay, so in terms of sliders, this is what I've done to begin with. We may have to adjust it, but I think this is what I did before on the Chelsea career mode. I've taken the shot error from 50 down to 35, so the CPU shots will be a lot better. I've taken their passing error down from 50 to 35, and I've also changed their first touch error because sometimes when they're knocking the ball out at the back, defenders have an awful touch. I've taken that down to 35 as well. So what that means is they should be a lot better in possession, moving the ball around, and should be more clinical in front of goal as well. So let's have a look at the Liverpool team. They've put, yeah, it's quite a weak team. You can see the big names on the bench. It's what happens here. It's like a friendly, but obviously there's a small trophy at the end of it. Danny Ings is going to be playing up front. Very quick. Markovic obviously returned from his loan spell away from the club as well. Here at Swansea, I said I was going to put a weakened team out because I'd rather play a stronger one against Leverkusen. So you can see it here. Main notable inclusions is Nano making his first appearance up front. Isak finds Nano his first touch in a Swansea shirt. Plays it out to Lozano on the left. Got Klein tracking back. Lozano cuts inside, but Klein stays with him. Going to lay it off to Sanchez. Needs a bit of support. Semedo providing it. Touch and strike. Ooh, Nelson Semedo. Good effort. Tom Carroll lost out to Stewart in midfield. What can he do? Good ball into the box. Kingsley is there, but the referee's given a free kick. You can see Coutinho taking a particular interest in this. He's bent it around the wall, and I thought that was in. That must have been so close. Let's just have a look at the replay there. Out. Oh, what a free kick. Outside the wall. Oh, wasn't as close as I thought. Pulisic. Semedo cuts inside. Nano's made a forward run. Nano's been found. He's turned inside the defender as well. First chance for the new boy. It's a good save. Isak can't quite get there on his left. Oh, couldn't even commentate. I was going to say Isak's going to tap it in, but on his left foot, I wasn't confident he'd cut it in from there. And Lozano striking across the ball. It's a good save from Karius.
Onto the attack now. Good defending.
Oh, Mawson, what an error. What an unbelievable error. Van der Horn did the hard work, played it inside. All I wanted to do is sweep it out to the right back, and he completely miskicked it. Danny Ings, just easy finish for him. Look at this. Played it inside, but that's a dangerous pass in itself. But all Mawson's got to do is play it to the right back. Half-time whistle goes, 1-0 Liverpool. Even though we only made very subtle changes to the sliders, I can already tell the difference. Double change at half-time. Moussa Dembele and Leroy Fer coming on for Alexander Isak and Renato Sanchez. Straight swap, still 4-4-2. Oh, Danny Ings, lovely footwork. He's got runners ahead of him. Alfie Mawson's left his position. It's off the post. Here is Nano. Good ball to Pulisic. Ball into Dembele. Nano continues his run. He's got there. Might give it back to Dembele, who hits one. Good save. Good football. Good link-up play as well. Here is Lucas on the edge of the box. Got to get this ball clear. He's played it out wide to Markovic. Very quick feet. That's a pen. 1,000,000%. Stupid to dive in from there, but I wasn't expecting him to turn. I was just trying to block the cross, which he never actually did. Chance for Coutinho then to make it 2. Chance for Onana to be a hero, and the goalkeeper's done well there. Good save. We've got an injury. Game's been stopped. It's Semedo, the right back. I'm going to ask Roberto to come on. We've got about 20 minutes left, I think, but last thing we need is a serious injury in pre-season. Carroll finds Nano. Looks to turn. He's got a runner to his right. Sprays the ball out here to Pulisic. He cuts inside. Looks for Dembele. He's had to go backwards. Leroy Fer. Into Carroll. Lovely turn. Can he finish? Oh, Karius. What a save. Tom Carroll finds Moussa Dembele. Lozano making a run inside. It's a great ball. Touch and finish. Oh, Karius. And it's looped up and hit the bar. Karius is on form. What a save. So the full-time whistle is going to go any minute. Liverpool just thumping it into the box. We've headed the ball away, but I don't think this year we're going to be getting our hands on the Community Shield. We're not. Liverpool are the winners. It was a great game. To be fair, the first half, very much all Liverpool. We had a lot of chances in the second half, which we created, but really good feel to that game. Karius probably the hero. Disappointing to lose when you concede a goal as, well, as shit as the one we conceded, basically. So credit then goes to Liverpool, this season's Community Shield winners here at Wembley. It's a femur contusion. I mean, he'll be out for 2 weeks, Nelson Semedo. Not as bad as first feared. Not great, but could have been worse. So that's probably a suitable place to end this first episode of Season 3. We've got a couple of weeks of the transfer window still being open, so plenty of time to do business. So please do get your comments and suggestions down below. Make sure you drop a like if you're enjoying the series. Season 3 is going to be a good one, I think, especially now we've made it harder for ourselves. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And I will see you next time.